Hi friends, so today's video is going to be a clean and purge with me. Christmas is next week and I am the type of person who does not like to have things in the house that aren't being used. I'm not a minimalist. We have way more than we technically need, but I do really prefer to have organization or just not a lot of clutter. I feel like clutter and items in the home that aren't being used really clutters my mind and it makes me anxious. It always makes me feel like I have a to-do list, and that's kind of how I've been feeling the last few weeks now, coming up to Christmas, and definitely this current week leading into Christmas. I just overwhelmingly want to go through the house and get rid of as much stuff as I can now, knowing that as soon as Christmas hits, like Boxing Day, I will have to put so many new toys and clothes and items away that we don't need. Like, there's not going to be anywhere to put them unless I make space for them and get rid of the old stuff anyways. My parents and my mother-in-law really like to shop, and I have two little girls. Avery is 3 and Emerson is 19 months, and last year Emmy was still a baby, and it wasn't too bad because she really didn't get very many toys that I can remember. So I don't remember feeling this overwhelmed about Christmas and what's about to happen with the gift giving. But this year Emmy's a person, and I feel like each girl, like for every toy one of them gets, the other one's gonna have to get a toy. And I'm being so honest, anything more than one toy each is going to be too much. Like, they really just don't need it. We have a house full of toys and they don't use them. And I organize it and I tidy it and I put it away and bring new stuff back out, and it's cool for like a minute, and then they don't really care. And so with kids that like act that way or are that age or at that stage, whatever it is, that doesn't make them actually have this like intense attention span to actually use anything, the idea of them getting anything more than one new toy to sit in the corner or sit in a bucket, or that I have to organize and move around and bring out and put away and day after day until I can finally get rid of it because I don't feel so guilty about it being here, is just so overwhelming. So I'm really not looking forward to Christmas, if I'm being honest with you. But I am looking forward to the rest of this video because I have been dying to go through the house and just start the purging process and sort of clean as I go. The bathroom is, like, strangely enough, an area that I like just can't wait to hit and get at it and just like throw out half-used creams and bottles and just things I'm not going to use. Because I feel like that will be really satisfying to just know that I've done that area. I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you could give it a thumbs up and possibly subscribe to my channel, I'd be super grateful. I would love it if you could leave me some comments down below and we can get to know each other. That's been really, really fun, and I'd like to do that a lot more. And what I'd be really curious to know, if anyone like just needs some inspiration as to what to put in my comments, when you hear what I just had to say, does it sound crazy? Do I sound like the most ungrateful person in the world? Or do you hear it and feel like it's semi-relatable, that you just don't want all of the stuff and that you just don't need it and nobody really wants it? I just don't understand really the like opposite side of it, and I would love to see if I'm the crazy one, or if the people spending money and buying obscene amounts of stuff are the crazy ones, or is no one crazy and we should all just try to figure it out. But I don't know. I know I've tried to ask for less, I've tried to make it understandable, but I'm telling you guys, Christmas is a hard one for us just because of all the stuff. So that was a long-winded way of asking. Leave in the comments what your thoughts are on gift giving and the overwhelming consumerism that is Christmas now, and how does your family deal with it? Do you get all of the stuff? Do you love all of the stuff and you just let it like pile in the house, or you sort of like to purge items and make room for them like I do? Do you need it to be quiet in your mind in order to be happy? That would be a really interesting one to know what the majority of people that watch this video feel about. So I started in the bathroom, and I only actually got through the bathroom for this Christmas purge, but it felt so great. And I started with some basic cleaning that had to be done in the bathroom. And then I recently got these jars from IKEA, those containers right there, and have them up. And although they're not aesthetically pleasing, at least I don't think they are, it really helped us organize our stuff a little bit. You can see that our cabinet, again, although I've like clearly attempted to organize it before, it's just kind of full and overflowing. And I just had too much stuff. And I've gone through this process before of purging everything in the bathroom that we don't use in the recent past, like probably in the last year and a half. And I still had a ton. And this time I just felt a lot more almost like ruthless about it, where I just tried not to think of the dollar value of anything. And it was just, if I'm not ever going to use it, it had to go. So I did pretty good. We got rid of quite a bit of stuff at the end of this video, and a lot of it unfortunately had to just go in the garbage because it was items that were half used or already opened. But all in all, I was really, really happy with this. It did take me a while to do all of this yesterday, but the bathroom feels amazing, and it feels like a fresh space to me. My mind is just like at ease when I am anywhere near there now. I feel like a weight has been lifted. So I went through and just got rid of everything and cleaned and only kept what we truly, truly used. This drawer was one of the ones that really, really surprised me. So it had all of our like dental care items in it, but I'm not actually joking. I have at least 50 containers of floss. So how does that happen? And then I have this other cabinet right here. And as you can see, it was just like, although again, attempted at organized, it was just still cluttery and messy and too hard to keep up with, and things had just piled up. So the transformation of this cabinet coming up, I was and am really, really happy with. Even just things like the towels, right? Like I kept baby towels, but I don't have a baby. So I got rid of some of those and put a few aside. All in all, I was feeling pretty good about how I was doing with all of this at this point. And there's things like that. Like you can see there's a box of hair dye. I'm not exaggerating. I've had that box of hair dye for 5 years. Why am I keeping a box of hair dye for 5 years? Like, that's just insane. So I got rid of it yesterday. And yeah, I was just able to go through and like get rid of a lot of the extra stuff and really have the space look super tidy and organized. And it will be easier for us to keep up with it this way, I think. Under the sink wasn't too bad, but it just wasn't functioning. There was a lot of just kind of random things that had piled up there. This space was definitely a lot more empty when I did my last declutter, but now it looks great. And that's everything that I didn't already put in the garbage bag that I was getting rid of. I had a small bag of items that I'm going to just probably re-gift, and then a bag of items for a donation. Organized. There's a lot more empty space, and that just honestly is probably what made me feel better. I really like seeing the emptiness. It means I've done something. And you can see the same thing under the sink. I really tried to make everything into a zone. So everything to do with hair care is now under the sink, and at those few cleaning products that I like to keep just in the bathroom but locked up safe from the kids. And then in the cupboard up here, much more organized, sort of like, you know, pared down what we kept in here, and I've just kept it all nice and tidy. So, please leave me a comment. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. I would love for you to give me a thumbs up. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I hope that you enjoy all of the time with your families and that you're able to make lots of really great memories. Bye.